Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain in detail how to pronounce the two TH sounds in English. Hopefully, with my explanations and a bit of practice, you'll be able to pronounce these sounds perfectly. Remember that if you want to watch my videos with subtitles, you just need to turn on the captions. Also, remember that you can follow me on social media. In addition to these YouTube videos, I also make short videos for Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe and to click the little bell if you don't want to miss a video. Now, I prefer not to say the TH sound because there are actually two TH sounds in English. Yay! Which are represented by these two phonetic symbols. This sound is in words like think, teeth, and thunder. This sound is in words like the, that, and mother. Many people learning English find these sounds difficult. So if you find them difficult, don't worry, you are not alone. It's simply because these sounds don't exist in many other languages. I also know what it's like to struggle and get frustrated because you can't say specific sounds in a language. For me, that sound was the rolled R in Spanish. And it's similar to the R in other languages like Italian and Indonesian. It's the R, pero. I had to practice it a lot. I think when I was in Spain, I practiced it several times a day. Sometimes when I was walking in the street and I thought no one could hear me. And even doing that, it still took me many months to kind of be able to say it. And even now, I normally have to concentrate when I say it, and I know it's not always perfect. So yes, I can feel your pain, but there are some things in languages that simply require a lot of practice, at least for most people. Let's first look at this TH sound. This is called the unvoiced TH sound. It's unvoiced because there's no vibration here. It's just So how do we make this sound? Well, the most important thing is the position of the tongue. The tip of the tongue, so this part here, needs to be between the top teeth and the bottom teeth, or just behind the gap between the top teeth and the bottom teeth. So like just behind the teeth. It's actually possible to make this sound with your tongue in various positions. You can stick your tongue quite far out, like this. Or you can have it just behind the gap between the teeth, like this. If you spit a bit when you practice, don't worry, it's normal. Or you can have your tongue somewhere between those positions, like this. Normally when we speak, if we stick the tongue out, we don't stick it out very far because the tongue needs to be able to move quickly to make other sounds. A way to find a good position for the tongue is to put your finger on your lips, like this, and then make the sound. If your tongue touches your finger, then it's probably out too far, or at least it will probably be difficult for you to speak quickly if the tongue is out that far. Another key point to remember is that the top teeth are very important. That's because you are gently pushing against the top teeth with your tongue. In fact, it's possible, more or less possible, to make this sound by pushing the tip of your tongue against the back of your top teeth. Like this. Think, think, think. I don't recommend doing it that way. To me, it feels more difficult and strange, but it's an option you can try if you want. As I was saying, you're gently pushing against your top teeth, but you are allowing air to pass over your tongue. If you put your finger here, you will notice air going between your tongue and your top teeth. The TH sounds are quite soft or gentle sounds, but when you practice them, I recommend that you exaggerate them. This is quite a common technique in pronunciation. You exaggerate something, you overdo it, and then when it becomes easy, you pull back a bit, you soften it. Interestingly, when I was in high school, I went to speech and drama classes for a while. Theatre classes, in other words. And one of the methods I sometimes used to perform a character that was completely different to me was to first exaggerate it and then pull back. The same method works with pronunciation. So now, practice saying these words with me, but exaggerate them. Really stick your tongue out. Think, think, thought, thought, tooth, tooth, teeth, teeth, cloth, cloth. Now let's say the same words but more naturally. Think, think, thought, thought, tooth, tooth, teeth, teeth, cloth, cloth. Now practice saying this sentence after me. So first listen and then say it. I think I will throw 1,000 thick cloths. It's meant to be cloths, not clothes. Now you say it. I'll put some more sentences like this at the end of the video. Now we are going to look at the voiced TH sound. This is the V sound. Here's the good news, guys. The voiced TH sound is almost exactly the same as the unvoiced TH sound. There is just one difference. Your mouth and your tongue are in the same position as for the unvoiced TH sound, but if you put your hand on your throat, you will feel vibration. V, v. Practice saying these words with me. Like before, first we are going to exaggerate the TH. The, those, these, father, father, mother, mother. Now let's do the same, but more naturally. The, those, these, father, father, mother, mother. Now practice this sentence after me. These feathers belong to the other mother's brother. Now you say it. Here are some other sentences you can practice with. These sentences have both the voiced and unvoiced TH. The thorn in my thigh is bothering me. The thorn in my thigh is bothering me. There were 33 thistles underneath the thick feathers. There were 33 thistles underneath the thick feathers. The thing that I had thought 1,000 times was not the thing that I thought this time. The thing that I had thought 1,000 times was not the thing that I thought this time. I hope that helped, guys. If you're still thinking that you will never be able to do it, remember that for a long time that Spanish R just seemed impossible to me. But little, by practicing a tiny bit every day, it got better. You can do it. See you next time, guys. Birds. There's a plane or something. La la la. Okay, so yeah.